Hi, Annalise. Good afternoon.
Hi, teacher. Good afternoon.
Hey, dear. Good to see you. How's it going? Are you okay? Yes?
Yes,
Oh, I missed you last class. You had doctor's appointment, right? Yeah, we missed you. Okay. So, are you excited about the break? Yes. Yeah, we too. Me too. We are so excited. Our break starts next week. We have 2 weeks to relax. We start the break on Monday and we come back on August 2nd. So let me write here for you. July, our break starts on July 19th. July 19th. This is Monday. And the break finishes on July 2nd.
hello, teacher.
Hi, Julinha. Good afternoon. Good to see
Good
you.
afternoon.
Welcome. So we are talking about the break. Okay, guys. So next week we have no class. So our break starts on Monday, July 19th and ends on August 2nd. So as we study Tuesdays and Thursdays, we come back on August 3rd. Okay? This is a Tuesday. All right, people. So, do you have any plans for the break? What are you going to do, Julinha? Are you going to travel?
Yes,
Oh, how nice. Very good. You told us, I think you're going to São Paulo, right?
yes.
Oh, that's nice. That's really good. What about you, Annalise? Are you going to travel?
No,
No. Oh, that's good too. You can relax, you can sleep more.
yeah,
It's good too. It's also nice to start studying for your test because we are finishing the level, right? We are finishing the book. As you can see, guys, we are doing unit 11. After that, we start unit 12 and then we have a test. So it's nice to take this chance of the break to prepare maybe your project and start reviewing, update your online practice. Okay, it's a great opportunity. All right, people. So, what are we doing today? Today, we are going to do page 74, reading, unit 11. All right. So, we are going to talk about a celebrity that you may not even remember, but he is somehow famous. Okay. So, let me clear the annotations. Um, did you have a chance to do, sorry, did you have a chance to do your homework? No? Don't worry. This homework is due next week anyway. I always give you 1 week to do the homework. So make sure you do your homework during the break, okay? So you are ready to start the semester in August. All right, people. So before we start talking about this topic and meeting this new guy here, I don't know if you know him, Andrew Garfield, I'd like to show you something very interesting about our previous unit, Unit 10. Remember, we talked about extreme natural phenomena, extreme events from nature. So I found something interesting and I'd like to share with you. Can you see that? Yes. So let me share the sound and show you some 10 strange phenomena in the sky that was recorded or caught on camera. So people actually recorded. So let's try to see that, and let's see crazy things happening. And they usually do, right? Sometimes we find these things. And the people who recorded them, they were lucky to have recorded. So let's check it out, people. Then you can decide which project you want to do. If you want to talk about Unit 10, which is extreme natural events, or Unit 11, which talks about past habits, it talks about after school activities. So let's see.
Look up at the sky. Here are 10 phenomena in the sky.
Let me try to
There are some natural phenomena that
let me try to improve the quality of the video. Okay, guys, the quality is not so good. Let me try to improve here. Just a second. Let me see if it's going to roll. Yes, the audio is okay too. So let's see. Okay.
like and subscribe right now, or you're gonna have terrible luck for the next week. There are some natural phenomena that we cannot possibly begin to explain, and sometimes we see these phenomena when we look up at the sky. Here are 10 phenomena in the sky caught on camera that we can't explain. Stick around for number 3 on this list. Some say that it may be a portal to another dimension. Number 10. The clouds of Brazil. There are lots of scary things. Skeletons, for one, are pretty scary. Ghouls, too, are definitely terrifying, and vampires are probably the scariest things ever. However, a sky that's red with blood may be scarier than all these things combined, and that is what some people in Brazil have to contend with. We don't know the year or time this video was recorded, but we do know that it has been making the rounds on the internet. Some YouTubers have come out to say that it's fake because there's only been one source for the video, and while we may agree, we can't say for sure. It may be fake, or it may be real. No one can decide. All we know is that if this happened in real life, we certainly have more questions than answers regarding it. Number 9. Red sprites. If you thought red clouds were scary, wait till you see what red sprites are. The scary thing about these sprites is that they don't show up in the sky in regular conditions. Instead, they show up during thunderstorms. That way, they're able to carry a more ominous feel than normal. But what are these sprites in the first place? Well, they're a large-scale electrical discharge that occur high above thunderstorm clouds, or cumulonimbus, giving rise to a quite varied range of visual shapes flickering in the night sky. They're usually triggered by the discharges of positive lightning between an underlying thundercloud and the ground. They appear as luminous, reddish-orange flashes, and they often occur in clusters above the troposphere at an altitude range of 50 to 90 kilometers. It took over a century for the first sprites to be captured in a video, and that happened in 1989. They were captured by scientists from the University of Minnesota, and they have subsequently been captured by other research teams many times. Some people sometimes inaccurately refer to sprites as upper atmospheric lightning. However, that's wrong. They're cold plasma phenomena that lack the hot channel temperatures of tropospheric lightning. So they're more akin to fluorescent tube discharges than to lightning discharges. So if you see a sprite during a storm, don't be scared. There's no UFO battle in the sky. It's just normal storm stuff. Number 8. The red moon. The moon is not usually red. It could be white, it could be gray, it could be grayish white, but it's most certainly not red. However, sometimes it does look red, and sometimes that gets caught on camera, like in this video. There are 2 general explanations for the red moon. The first is that it's what happens when the moon goes through a total lunar eclipse. The red hue that you can see is actually due to the red edge of Earth's shadow, which is reflected onto the moon. That's one explanation. The second is more mythical and is generally rejected by the scientific community. It's that the red moon is a symbol of malevolence. The Inca people of South America believed that the deep red coloring is a jaguar attacking and eating the moon. That's an interesting thing to think about, isn't it? But the people of Inca weren't the only ones with their own definitions of the red blood moon. The people of ancient Mesopotamia said the lunar eclipse was considered a direct assault on the king, and in India, it was regarded to be the result of the demon Rahu drinking the elixir of immortality. The sun and moon promptly decapitate Rahu, but having consumed the elixir, his head remained immortal. Rahu's head chases the sun and the moon to devour them, seeking revenge. If he catches them, we have an eclipse. Rahu swallows the moon, which reappears out of his severed neck. What do you think? Do you believe the scientific explanation or the mythological one? Number 7. Sun pillars. This is one phenomena that you may have seen several times. Sun pillars are vertical shafts of light that extend upward from a bright light source, such as the sun or other bright light low on the horizon. They can be 5 to 10 degrees tall and sometimes even higher. They might lengthen or brighten as you gaze at them. However, several sources have said that these pillars are not just normal natural occurrences, that instead they're evidence of UFOs. Crazy, right? Well, a lot of people believe that. They think that these sun pillars are evidence of UFOs beaming down and abducting people. It would be a crazy theory if so many people didn't believe it. So what do you think? Do you think sun pillars are just regular things, or do you think that they're evidence of aliens? Let us know in the comment section. Number 6. Asparagus. In 2017, this video was taken in North Dakota. It shows the clouds rolling and rumbling in a very strange formation. If you've not seen something like this before, you definitely would be scared out of your mind. It's one of the strangest cloud formations we've ever seen. Clouds rolled across the sky as the sun set behind a thunderstorm, leaving the city below in awe. You may be shocked at these clouds, but they're not all that strange. In fact, this cloud formation is called asparagus. The asparagus is a kind of cloud formation that looks like a wave. It's officially called the undulatus asparagus, and it definitely looks like something you may see in a movie or something of that sort. The cloud was recently added to the official classification of clouds in 2017. Before then, it was an unexplainable phenomenon that may even be called a trick of video editing. However, now that it has been added to the official register, it's clear that these sort of clouds exist and are not a trick of video editing. Number 5. Spooky lights. Early in 2020, Tim Walker and his daughter Carolyn were taking their trash to the end of their driveway in the village of Bethel when something strange happened. Just beyond their house, flashes started to come up in the sky. The flashes started before they even noticed, and it was caught by their doorbell camera. When they noticed the flashes in the sky, they paused and stared. It obviously took them by surprise. When Carolyn saw the flashes, she told her dad to look up at it, and he was shocked. After he saw the flashes, he put the trash can down to stare at it. It clearly spooked him, as it was such a strange sight to see. The footage shows red, orange, and purple light filling the sky in the distance as cars move along a road in the foreground. What do you think was the source of the light? Do you think it was natural, or was it something else? Number 4. Ring of Darkness. This ring was reportedly captured by a 16-year-old schoolgirl with her smartphone after she played tennis with her mother. It was reported that the ring remained in the sky for about 3 minutes before it vanished into thin air. There have been a lot of theories concerning the origins of the ring. Some say the video was edited and this is a fake video. However, others say that the video looks pretty authentic. The video wobbles, so it has that natural, organic look. The ring also looks very authentic in the video. Some people thought it may just be a strange weather phenomenon, but that's not likely as there's no meteorological reason for why it happened, and if there is one, it hasn't been put forward. So what was it? The likely answer is fireworks. Shortly after the video, Warwick Castle confirmed that they had been testing fireworks. So no, this wasn't aliens. Number 3. Russian flash. The bright yellow glow lasted for about 11 seconds before it disappeared. Russian authorities didn't comment on the video, leaving conspiracy theorists to run wild with crazy ideas on the origin of the light. Some said it was aliens, while others said that a portal was opening up. Interestingly, the light wasn't accompanied by any sound, making it even more eerie. According to regional television, neither meteorologists nor scientists can explain the strange phenomenon. A local observatory even indicated nothing fell from the sky on the day of the flash. So what was it? We don't know.
Now it's time for today's best pick.
Our picture today was sent in by a subscriber. Remember, if you come across a picture online and would like to know its origins, you can send it in to us. Who knows, your picture may even get featured in a future video. Number 2. Ball lightning. Ball lightning is probably the most confusing phenomenon on this list. Why? Well, the scientific community recognizes that it happens, but they don't know how or why. Basically, it's an unexplained phenomenon described as luminescent spherical objects that vary from pea-sized to several meters in diameter. They're said to last way longer than lightning bolts, and some even say they tend to explode mid-air and leave a smell of sulfur behind. Laboratory experiments today have produced effects that are visually similar to reports of ball lightning, but how these relate to the supposed phenomenon remains unclear, so scientists don't have any idea of what they're dealing with yet.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works.
Number 1. Fire rainbows. These are actually called circumhorizontal arcs. Yep, they're neither fires nor rainbows. The misleading term fire rainbow is sometimes used to describe this phenomenon. Although it's neither a rainbow nor related in any way to fire, the term, apparently coined in 2006, may originate in the occasional appearance of the arcs as flames in the sky when it occurs in fragmentary cirrus clouds. But they do look like an exotic blend of both, wouldn't you say? So what are fire rainbows? They're basically optical phenomenon that belong to the family of ice halos formed by the refraction of the sun, or moonlight, in plate-shaped ice crystals suspended in the atmosphere, typically in cirrus or cirrostratus clouds, and they are extremely rare. If you enjoyed watching this video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. We have lots of great videos like this for you on the channel. Goodbye and stay safe.
That's amazing, isn't it, guys? Which one did you like most? I liked the fire rainbows. Yeah, they're awesome. And I also liked the ball lightning. Wow, imagine, guys, seeing ball lightning. Oh gosh, that's scary. Which one did you like most? Did you also like that? Yeah. Yeah, that's really scary. I thought so too. Imagine you were in the middle of a storm and there is lots of lightning in the sky, and then suddenly you see this ball moving up in the sky and then exploding. Yeah, that's really crazy. You see so many crazy things. Did you see that ring? You see, it's raining or something, and then suddenly you see this ring floating in the air. That's spooky. Yes, guys. Crazy things. So Unit 10 has a lot of stuff, right? So you can start thinking about your project and see what you can present. You know, lots of stuff you can talk about. Okay, people. So let's see. Can you see the page? Can you see our book? Yes. If you have your books, open your books to page 74. Can you see that? Yes? Great. So here we are going to see something about a guy called Andrew Garfield. Do you know who he is? Have you ever heard of him before? All right. When I first saw this article, I hadn't heard of him either. And I was like, who is this guy? But then when I heard and I read, of course, I was, oh, okay. Now I remember. All right. So look at the pictures. What do you know about Andrew Garfield? Look at the picture here. What do you know about him? Oh, look, there is another picture here. Do you remember him? Anyway? No? Okay, I was just like that. When I saw the pictures for the first time, I was like, who is this guy? Never seen before. And then I read the story and I listened and oh, okay. Now I know who he is. So let's listen and read at the same time, okay? So we can see who he is, right? And why is he dressed up in a Spider-Man costume? Why? Okay, so let's take a look, guys. Listen up. Let me see if I'm sharing the sound.
Page 74. Reading. 8 things you didn't know about Andrew Garfield. 1.
Andrew Garfield is half British and half American. He was born in Los Angeles, California. His mother is British and his father is Californian. When Andrew was 3, the family moved to England, and he grew up near London.
2.
His family name was originally Garfinkel. Garfield's great-grandparents were immigrants from Central Europe, and he has ancestors from Russia, Poland, and Romania. His paternal grandfather was the one who changed his last name to Garfield.
3.
He was a seriously good gymnast. While he was growing up in the UK, Garfield used to take part in gymnastics competitions. He was number 3 in a national competition when he was only 12 years old.
4.
He had a hard time at school. Garfield says he can identify with Peter Parker, the man who becomes Spider-Man, because they were both bullied at school. School is hard, he said. I think everyone has been bullied at some point.
5.
He has been a Spider-Man fan all his life. He used to wear a Spider-Man costume when he was a young child. When he first put on his Spider-Man movie suit in 2010, he cried because he felt so emotional.
6.
For his role in the Spider-Man movies, he studied spiders. He learned about the way spiders move. They can move incredibly quickly, and they are also very sensitive. A small gust of wind feels like a tornado.
7.
He was a success on Broadway. Like many Hollywood actors, Garfield likes acting on stage, too. In 2012, he appeared in the Arthur Miller play Death of a Salesman in New York. The role was challenging, and he received excellent reviews.
8.
He's a charity ambassador. Garfield supports several charities and is an ambassador for the charity Worldwide Orphans Foundation. When paparazzi try to take photos of him, he puts a card with the names of the charities in front of his face.
Right. So now we know something about him, right? Great. Awesome. So what do we have to do now? We have to first of all notice that some words are highlighted. They are in bold and they are blue. Okay, so we have here the first one, great grandparents. So they say Garfield's great grandparents were immigrants from Central Europe. So what are great grandparents? What does that mean? Who were his great grandparents? Does anybody know? We know grandparents, right? Yes, grandparents are your mother's or your father's parents. Yes, they are your grandparents. But what about your great grandparents? Yes, they are the parents of your grandparents. That's right. Okay, so your grandfather had a father and a mother. So your grandfather's father and mother, they were your great grandparents. Okay, your grandmother's father and mother, actually they were your great grandparents. So your grandmother's father and mother, automatically they were your great grandparents. Okay, do you have, guys, great grandparents? I don't. Do you? I don't even have grandparents, unfortunately. My grandparents have died. Yeah, it's really difficult to have great grandparents. It's really hard nowadays. Okay, so his great grandparents were immigrants from Central Europe, and he has ancestors from Russia, Poland, and Romania. Okay, so ancestors are his family members, okay, people from his family. All right. So when you study your family tree or your genealogy, you can discover about your ancestors, okay? People in your family before your grandparents, your great grandparents, and so on and so forth. So you can see their origins, where they are from. So in his case, his ancestors are from different places like Russia, Poland, Romania. Okay. In my case, my I have my great grandparents on my mother's side are from France. Yes, they are from France. So I have ancestors from France, um, from countries around France, from Switzerland, from Austria. That's very nice, really nice. Okay, so here we've done the first two words in blue. Now let's see the next one. We have the word bullied. Okay, bullied. So this is how we say that. Here they say, Garfield says he can identify with Peter Parker, the man who becomes Spider-Man in the story. Okay, because they were both bullied at school. School is hard, he said. So what is the meaning of bullied? Okay, what is that, people? Do you have any idea? So let's see the meaning of the verb to bully, okay? To bully is to harass, to do something bad to another person, and this person doesn't have a chance to defend himself or herself. Okay, so imagine you are at school and you are um, a big girl, right? So you decide to bully a young child, a child who is around 6 or 7. Okay, you are a big girl. So if you want to hurt a young child, this is bullying. The name of this activity is bullying, because you are going to offend, hurt, you're going to harass a young child who can't defend himself or herself. So this is called bullying. And the child is at school. So the parents are not there to protect the child. So it's only the classmates. the classmates, they don't do anything. Sometimes they just go away. So you decide to do this. You find some other big friends too, and then you get together and you say, oh, let's play with that little girl. That little girl is boring. I don't like her. So let's go there and hit her. So you go there and you start playing with that girl, but in a very mean way, in a very bad way, just because you don't like her. So this is bullying. Every day during school break, you go there with your friends and then you hurt the girl, you run after the girl, you throw things at her, you pull her hair. So this is bullying. And then the girl starts feeling bad about going to school. And then she will tell her parents, oh, mom, I don't want to go to school. No, not today. And then the mother will ask, why? Why don't you want to go to school? And then the girl will say, oh, school is very hard. I don't want to go to school because I'm being bullied at school. People there, they bully me. I don't want to go. Okay? So, according to Garfield, the actor, he was bullied at school. He suffered this kind of situation. All right, people. So some people there, some classmates bullied him. Excuse me, bullied him at school. Okay, so that's why he can identify with the character Peter Parker, who is the man who becomes Spider-Man in the movie, because Peter Parker in the movie, he was bullied at school. Okay, so in the story, this is what happened. Okay, Julinha. Okay, Annalise. They both had
Okay.
they both had this experience. That's why for them it's difficult to remember, especially for him as a man. He also feels bad when he remembers his time at school. Okay, all right. So let me clear this. All right, the next word that we have here is this one here. It's a phrase. It says here, for his role in the Spider-Man movies, he studied spiders. So he learned about the way spiders move. They can move incredibly quickly. So spiders can really move quickly, and they are also very sensitive. A small gust of wind feels like a tornado. Remember tornado from Unit 10? So what is a gust of wind? So a gust of wind is like a small a small wave of wind, something quick and something very fast. Okay? So if you open the window, for example, you can feel sometimes a gust of wind. It comes in quickly, and then the papers on the table, they fly like this. And then you have to quickly close the window because everything flies. So this is a gust of wind, okay? Usually it happens and then it stops. It's not something constant, okay? So talking about spiders, because they are very sensitive and very small, just a small gust of wind to a spider feels like a tornado because they are really small and they are very, very sensitive and very weak. So So he read everything about spiders. Okay, so he's comparing the situation here. The last one, he is a charity ambassador. So he says Garfield supports several charities. Do you know, guys, what charities are? A charity is a kind of organization that helps people who need, people who are hungry or people who are sick. For example, here in Brazil, we have some charity institutions like Unesco, Criança Esperança, what else? Nós do Morro, um, Fraternidade Sem Fronteira. There are so many. So these institutions, they help people who need help and they can't do it by themselves. So a group of people get together and they create a foundation or an NGO, non-governmental organization. So sometimes they collect money from volunteers, or sometimes they collect food, or they collect donations, okay, different kinds of donations. So this is called a charity. Okay, so he is a charity ambassador. So he helps. Okay, so he is an ambassador for the charity Worldwide Orphans Foundation. So this is the name of the institution that he helps. Okay, when paparazzi try to take photos of him, you know, on a regular basis because he's famous, so all the time paparazzi are around him. You know, paparazzi are the journalists who try to take pictures of celebrities, famous people. Okay, so whenever they try to take pictures of him, what does he do? He puts a card with the names of the charities in front of his face. So it's a way for him to advertise the institutions that he supports. Okay? So he puts the names of the institutions in front of his face. This is what he does. All right, people. So let's listen now one more time with a better understanding, okay, of the text. So let's listen one more time.
Page 74. Reading. 8 things you didn't know about Andrew Garfield. 1.
Andrew Garfield is half British and half American. He was born in Los Angeles, California. His mother is British and his father is Californian. When Andrew was 3, the family moved to England, and he grew up near London.
2.
His family name was originally Garfinkel. Garfield's great-grandparents were immigrants from Central Europe, and he has ancestors from Russia, Poland, and Romania. His paternal grandfather was the one who changed his last name to Garfield.
3.
He was a seriously good gymnast. While he was growing up in the UK, Garfield used to take part in gymnastics competitions. He was number 3 in a national competition when he was only 12 years old.
4.
He had a hard time at school. Garfield says he can identify with Peter Parker, the man who becomes Spider-Man, because they were both bullied at school. School is hard, he said. I think everyone has been bullied at some point.
5.
He has been a Spider-Man fan all his life. He used to wear a Spider-Man costume when he was a young child. When he first put on his Spider-Man movie suit in 2010, he cried because he felt so emotional.
6.
For his role in the Spider-Man movies, he studied spiders. He learned about the way spiders move. They can move incredibly quickly, and they are also very sensitive. A small gust of wind feels like a tornado.
7.
He was a success on Broadway. Like many Hollywood actors, Garfield likes acting on stage too. In 2012, he appeared in the Arthur Miller play Death of a Salesman in New York. The role was challenging, and he received excellent reviews.
8.
He's a charity ambassador. Garfield supports several charities and is an ambassador for the charity Worldwide Orphans Foundation. When paparazzi try to take photos of him, he puts a card with the names of the charities in front of his face.
Okay, guys. So interesting. Now, let's try to answer some questions. The first one, what do these words refer to? Match the words to the correct answer. So let's see. The first one, in paragraph 4, we have the word hard. So what is he referring to here? So let's see there. Paragraph 4 here, okay? We have the word hard. It's very easy. Look, what is he referring to when he says the word hard? Look, here is the word hard. Yes. So what is he referring to? Yes, he's talking about his school, but not only his school specifically, but he's talking about school in general, okay? He's saying that school is hard, okay? It's not easy. So here, number 1, letter D, okay? So let's mark it. Number 1, letter D. Okay, good. Now, let's see the next one. Emotional. In paragraph 5, he uses the word emotional. Let's see what it refers to. Let's check it out. Look. So when he first put on his Spider-Man movie suit in 2010, he cried because he felt so emotional. So here we have the other one. So he loved wearing that costume when he was a young boy. So it brought back a lot of memories. Okay, that's why he cried. So what was he talking about? Exactly. Letter C. His response to wearing his movie costume. That was it. So that's letter C. Okay, good. Now, number 3, sensitive. What is he talking about when he uses the word sensitive? Yes, spiders. Very good. Okay, great. And finally, challenging. What is challenging? We know that it's the last one here, letter B. Let's check it out. Paragraph 7. So he likes acting on stage too. Acting on stage, people, is when you are acting in a play, right? When you are doing a play, you are working in a theater. So it's a little different from working in a movie, right? Because in a movie, you can repeat a scene many times. But when you are working in a play, um, you have the audience. So you need to rehearse well before. But when you are performing, you need to be perfect. So working on stage is something entirely different. Okay, so in 2012, he appeared in the Arthur Miller play Death of a Salesman in New York. The role was challenging and he received excellent reviews. So working in the theater is something that requires a lot of effort on the part of the actors. Okay, so it's a big challenge all the time. Okay, it's really challenging. So, of course, Andrew Garfield's New York stage role, guys, is the character that you play in the theater. The character is the role, okay? So the role you play. So here it's letter B, okay? That's very challenging. All right, yes, you got it. Now let's see the next one. Read the article again, number the events from 1 being the first to 5 being the last, okay? So first, his family changed their name to Garfield, okay? Because according to his family, his ancestors, his name should be Garfinkel, right? But then his family changed his last name to Garfield. Mhm. What happened next? Let's see. We have here, he took part in gymnastic competitions. He acted in a play on Broadway. His family moved to England and he started filming his first Spider-Man movie. So let's see. We have two options here, letter D and letter B. Which one happened first? The competitions, because he was a gymnast. So this one here, or he moved to England? Let's see that. So look, he was born in Los Angeles, California. His mother is British and his father is Californian. When Andrew was 3, the family moved to England. Mm. So he was very young when they moved. Okay. Then after they moved, while he was growing up in England, in the UK, Garfield used to take part in gymnastic competitions. So first they moved and then he participated in competitions. So let's organize that. Okay. So here is number 2. My number 2 is horrible. Then number 3. Okay. Now, after that, what happened first? He acted in a play on Broadway, or he started filming his first Spider-Man movie. Let's see. So let's see. He was a success on Broadway. So like many Hollywood actors, Garfield likes acting on stage too. So in 2012, he appeared in the Arthur Miller play Death of a Salesman. So this was in 2012. Here, the movie was in 2010. So when he first put on his Spider-Man movie suit in 2010, so this was before he started acting on stage. So the movie came first, all right? So here, this is number 4, and this is number 5. Okay. All right. Big numbers. Everybody can see. Because after he became successful in the movie, then he decided to do a play. Okay. It was basically 2 years later, right? All right, guys. So any questions about the text? No? Is everything okay? Is everything all right? So before we go to the writing part, which is a writing task, let me take a picture just of the participants list. Too bad Pedro didn't make it. Oh, let me take a picture here before we go. Let me save the picture. Guys, after the break, we will finish Unit 11 and start Unit 12. And right after that, we will have the test. So everything will be super quick, okay? So I suggest that you start preparing your project during the break. I think it will be easier for you if you do that, because then after the break, you don't need to worry about the project because everything will be ready, okay? So let me save this. All right, picture saved. Now, guys, let me show you the writing task for this lesson. Okay, if you have your books, open your books to page 113. Let's go there. Okay, can you see that? Yes. So this writing is very simple. It's an email, right? First, we're going to read this email from a friend who lives in another country, okay? And then after that, we should write a reply, Okay, we should answer this email. So let's see here. This email is from Jordan at smail.net. The topic is project about your country. So look, hi, I'm doing a school project about your country. Can you answer some questions for me? First of all, how many people live in the capital city? I looked at several websites and they have different numbers. And has it always been the capital or did there used to be a different one? So here he's talking about Brasilia, our capital city. Okay. In your opinion, what is the most interesting thing about your country? What is it famous for? Did it used to be famous for something different? What are your country's main exports? Where do you export to? Did you used to export other things in the past? I hope you can answer my questions. I owe you one, Jordan. So here he's actually doing a project for school and he needs our help. So all we have to do is answer this email with information about our country. So we should answer in the same way. We should say, hi, Jordan, I'm happy to help you with your project. And then we should start answering the questions. So first, how many people live in the capital city? So you need to do some research. Try to find out via Google how many people live in Brasilia. Okay, try to find out. Has it always been the capital city? No, Rio used to be the capital city. So then you put the information there, okay? In your opinion, what is the most interesting thing about your country? Then you put the information there, okay? In the end, you just put here, I hope I could be of any help, okay? Or I hope the information was useful, okay? And then you write your name. All right, people. So try to do this activity during the break so we can check it out in August. All right? Great. Awesome. So this is part of the homework for next class for August. Okay? So let me just go back here. The other,
Teacher,
yes, Julia.
tem como você fazer o print? Porque eu vou precisar sair mais cedo.
Oh, yes, of course. Do you want a copy of this? A copy of this email?
Yes,
Yes, sure. I already have a copy, by the way.
mas é o print da gente aqui na aula, sabe? Que você tem que fazer.
Ah, okay. I have already done. I have already done the print. I've already taken the picture. I've already taken. Okay, don't worry. I already have the copy of the students list. Okay, I took it before. Okay, don't worry. Okay, I finished. I explained the homework. Okay, now I just want to show you the activity from the student's book here that I would like you to do, which is the grammar reference. Okay, let me just show you here, just a moment. This is the activity that I want you to do, please, during the break. Unit 11, let me show you here. Can you see that, guys, before we go?
Yes.
This is the topic from Unit 11, used to. I want you to focus on this, okay? How to use used to for statements and questions, okay?
Okay.
So I would like to show you how to work on this. So we use used to plus the base form of a verb for past habits or situations that are different now. Things that we used to do in the past, but now we don't do anymore. Okay? Example. Can you read the examples here, please, Julia?
They use it to play soccer, but they don't anymore.
Good.
I use it to take the bus to school, but now I drive. That bullying used it to be a school, but it's a store now.
Good. The last one here, the word is building.
Teacher,
Yes, Julinha.
eu vou precisar sair da aula agora. Você vai fazer a picture ou não?
I took the picture already, but I can take another one. That's okay. Let me stop
Ok.
sharing and let me
Tá
take
bom.
another picture so you can feel more confident. All right?
Ok.
Let me take a gallery picture. That's okay. All right, dear. I took a
Bye
gallery
bye,
picture.
teacher.
Bye
See
bye,
you.
Julinha. See
Have
you.
a nice weekend.
You too. Have a nice break. Enjoy your break, Julinha.
Ah,
Okay?
verdade. Semana que vem a gente. Semana que vem a gente já tá de férias, né?
Yes, yes, of course. Okay? Enjoy
Ah,
your
ok. Have a
break.
nice
Have a
férias
nice
holiday.
break. Have a nice break.
Break.
Okay?
Bye bye.
Yes. Bye bye, Julinha. See you in August. Okay? Bye. That's Julinha. She's always in a hurry. All right, Annalise. So let's go. Let's do it. So the last one here, the word that she was saying is the word building. So can you see the page, Annalise? Yes? Can you
Yes.
see that? Good. So the word that she was reading is building. So that building used to be a school, but it's a store now. Okay. So for statements, we use the subject and then we put used to, then the verb, and then the complement. Example, I used to live in Australia. Okay. And it can be the same for all the other subjects. He used to live in Australia, or we used to live in Australia. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right, now we use didn't plus used to in negative statements. Okay, so to make the negative, we just have to use the auxiliary verb in the negative. All right, so let's check it out. I'm going to highlight this because this is very important. And look at the verb. The verb changes. I can't say used in the past when I make the negative, okay? So here we use did for questions and used to, okay? When I'm asking a question. So in negatives and in questions, I change the verb. I put it in the base form again. I cannot use like this. I have to transform the verb into base form. Okay? So look, I didn't use to like rock music. Negative. Okay? I didn't use to like. Question. Where did you use to live? Where did you use to live? Another question. Did he use to play an instrument? Did he use to play an instrument? Okay, so that's the way we do it. Now, here we have an example using a negative statement or a negative sentence. All the subjects will be the same. Didn't, used to. Okay, so I didn't used to live in Australia. She didn't use to live in Australia. Now, for questions, WH questions, for example. Where did you used to live? Where did you used to live? Okay. Now, it is common to use never used to as a negative form. So sometimes I can make a different negative. Instead of using didn't, I can use the word never. Example, I never used to like country music, but now I love it. Okay, so I can say that. All right. So let's just do the first one. Let's try to do the first one together. Okay. Complete the sentences with used to or didn't used to. Okay. So let's say people didn't use to have email. They wrote letters instead. So it's true. In the past, people didn't use to have email. Now, number two, men wear hats all the time, but now they don't. So here it's affirmative. Okay, so how can we do this? Men used to, it's affirmative. So affirmative, I can use the verb in the past. Okay, a man used to wear hats all the time. And it's true, it was a habit in the past, it was fashion. Okay, number three, people watch TV on small screens, but now they have large ones. So here, what do you think? Affirmative or negative? Yes, affirmative. Now people watch TV on very big screens, right? Very big TVs. But in the past, people used to watch TV on small screens. Okay, so, okay, very nice. Good. All right. Now, number four, children have a lot of free time to play. They had to work instead. So here they are talking about children having to work in the past. Unfortunately, some children had to work. So maybe not children here in Brazil, but mostly children there in the United States, immigrants, okay? So here it's negative, okay? So children didn't use, oh, can I put negative? Can I put simple past here with didn't? No. So didn't use to. Okay, I need to put the particle to, but I can't put the verb in the past. So children didn't use to have a lot of free time to play. Okay, if I'm using the auxiliary in the past, the verb doesn't go to the past. Okay? All right. All right. And now, number 5. People get married at a much younger age. Yes, this is true. This is true. My parents got married very young, very young. They were very young when they got married. So, this is a positive sentence. So, people used to. So, if it's positive, if it's affirmative, so I just have to put the verb in the affirmative form, okay? So people used to get married at a much younger age in the past. All right, so let me save this. You can take a picture, okay, Annalise, or print screen if you want. Okay, can I clear?
Okay.
Can I clear?
Yes.
All right, good. Okay, so I would like you to do the next one. The next one is very easy. I know our time is up, but let's do the next one quickly. It's only two. There are only two. So easy. Let's do it. Complete the conversations. Use the verb in parentheses. So we have to make questions here. So let's say, how do you like it here? It's nice, but I'm a little homesick. Homesick is when you feel um, the need to to see your family, when you need to talk to your family, or when you miss your hometown. Suppose you move to another country, so you want to talk to your friends, you want to see your family. So this is the feeling of homesickness. So you feel homesick, right? When you miss your parents, you miss your sister, so you feel homesick, okay? Where did you used to live? In Costa Rica. Now, number 2, how long have you been a chef? Another situation. For about 6 months. Short time. Really? What? Now, another question. So the person says, I was a dancer. So you want to know what the person used to do before. Okay? So what did you use to do? What did you use to do before? Okay? So you want to know what the person did before the person became a chef, right? So what did you used to do? Oh, I was a dancer. Okay. Number 3, what did you think of Gloria? Oh, she's nice, but she's very quiet. Yeah, she like that. So here, the guy is saying that she has always used to be like that. So this is her personality. So the person is describing a girl. Her name is Gloria, right? So she's asking, what did you think of Gloria? Oh, she's nice, but she's very quiet. Yeah, she. How can you say that? You can say she never used to be like that. Can be. You can use never. Or she didn't used to be like that. Can also be. It can be negative. It can be a sentence with never. Because here the person is saying she's very quiet. So maybe it's something like temporary. It's maybe something now, only now. Something happened to Gloria and now she's very quiet. So you can put here, yeah, she never used to be like that. Can be, okay? So let's put it negative. She never used to be like that. So let's imagine that Gloria is not quiet normally and something happened and now she is very quiet, okay? And then the person is asking you, Annalise, what did you think of Gloria? She's nice, but she's very quiet. Yeah, she never used to be like that. I don't know. We have to talk to someone to see what we can do because she never used to be like that. Okay? Do you understand? So probably now she's different because something happened. So we need to do something about it. Okay? So
Okay.
many possibilities here. Many possibilities. So anyway, Annalise, try to practice this on the platform. Try to do the exercises on online practice, unit 11, grammar 1, 2, and 3. This will help you, okay? Let me
Okay.
clear, let me clear the annotations. Just a moment. Just a second. Let me go back to our page on Google Classroom. Let me take you there. Here, can you see the page on Google Classroom? Yes?
Yes.
Good. So I posted here a worksheet to practice used to. So try to do the worksheets. Actually, there are two worksheets here, okay? And there's also a video. Try to watch the video and do the worksheets, okay? And if you can, try to do the writing task. It's very nice. And then send the email to my WhatsApp or to my email if possible. Okay. And online practice all the time. All right, Annalisa, this is
Okay.
very important. So it was very nice having you here. I hope you have a wonderful break. Enjoy, be careful. The pandemic is still here. So be careful, right, Annalise? And enjoy, okay? Try to relax. See you in August. Okay, dear. Bye-bye, Annalise. Say hi to your sister and say hi to your mom, okay? Bye-bye, dear. Take care.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, baby. Take care. See you.
Bye.
Bye.